Hi everyone, this is Gail. I think we are finally live now. Wow, it looks like we have a full house tonight. Hey, how is everyone? I hope your night is going fabulously. Oh, look, we have Candy the Wee Service Dog already here to join us. Hi, Candy.
Hi, can you say hi,
How are
Candy?
you?
Candy, say hi. Can you see her face? Candy, show your face. Wait, I got her at the wrong angle. Hold on.
Aw.
Wait, hold on. I'm trying to see where my camera's at. Oh. All right, there you go. Candy, be still, honey. She's trying to see where she's looking at my phone and not the tablet.
Aww.
My phone is laying there. She knows I do a lot with the phone. She's looking dead on that phone like she's smiling at the phone. That's funny.
That is.
Are you smiling at the? Can you see her smiling?
I can.
She's smiling, but she's smiling at my phone.
Aww.
You're getting her profile. But yeah, I'm sorry I look a hot mess. If I look like a hot mess, I am.
It's okay.
Well, my vertigo flared up today, so my dog. And then the doctor called priority, meaning my medicine should get filled before a lot of other people. And it's still a 30-minute wait. My daughter-in-law is trying to pick it up now for me. Wow. So that for the anti-dizzy and anti-nausea medicine, I'm all right. It's just I might look like I'm spaced out because I.
That's okay.
But yeah, can you see my artwork hanging on the wall?
Jet, I can see something hanging on the wall, but I can't tell what.
Okay, all that on the wall is my artwork.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Hang on just a second. Let me say hi. Okay. We've already got people in the chat.
Okay, yes.
Yay. So let me go through and say hi. Let's see. Okay. We've got Mel here. So, hey, Mel.
Yeah, hi, Mel.
Yeah, we've got Sakuna Swana channel. So, hello to you. And Tanya Lambert is in. Hey, Tanya.
Yes, hi, everybody. Yeah.
And we've got Xander in. Hey, Xander. How are you?
Yeah.
And Tanya saying hi. We've got Iron Fire Horse. So hello to you, Iron Fire Horse. And oh, look, Stellar made it.
Stellar.
Stellar, did you see where I posted on Facebook saying you said you couldn't be here? And I said, that's okay. We just talk about you. So welcome, everybody. We have got a lot to talk about tonight. Oh, and I missed saying hi to the White 2-Pack. I can't miss him. Hello, White 2-Pack. Wow. Good morning, folks here. Hello.
Where's Candy? See?
Okay.
Candy, say hi.
So what
Candy, say hi. Her tail's wagging.
Yeah.
Can you see her tail wagging?
Everybody wants to say hi to Candy. So hi, Candy.
Yeah, her tail was waggy, but I'm trying to get her in the picture more.
Oh, no, Stellar, I didn't. Oh, no, Iron Fire Horse. Oh. Not yet.
Well, I'm not seeing the chat.
I sent the package. I will look around. Hopefully, I've got the tracking number still. Hopefully, I did some. Okay, so she's here. She's gone. I guess Candy the Wee Service Dog's going to be a phantom tonight. Oh, no, I didn't see your comment saying they had enough help and didn't need you. But Iron Fire Horse said, I know you did. Well, I'm really glad because I hate that I would have thought you'd had it by now. If you don't get it, let me know. I will redo it or do something. So we'll give it just a little bit longer. Hey, we've got Carry On, Jeff and John. Hey, how are you? Yes, I agree. And Tanya's saying she's glad, and I am glad. Ah, you didn't get your mask or some other packages. Yay! We've got Amber from Country Living and Adventures is here. I am. It's been kind of a bad day for me, but it's turning around. Hey. So, Candy's back. Let me add her to the stream.
I hit the wrong button. It wasn't a connection problem. I hit a button.
See, I thought maybe Candy's overly friendly tail had hit something wrong.
No. What's going on with you? You said you had a bad day today, Gail.
It's just been a rough day.
Oh, well, that's me. I've been dizzy and nauseous. Yep, we both had a bad day.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see so many people on tonight.
Me too.
Yeah, especially I haven't seen Tupac for a while. Yeah, hasn't it been a while since Tupac's been on? Yeah,
it has.
And Mel, yeah, I'm glad Country Living. Oh, I'm glad all you guys are here tonight. Really.
Me too.
How many people are on tonight?
Oh gosh, let me go and look. Well, according to YouTube over on the main channel, it says that 4 people are watching now.
Okay.
But I think we've got more than 4 people here.
I was gonna say I counted more than 4.
Who knows?
And then there's you and I, right? So that's another 2, but who knows?
Yeah.
Again.
It's YouTube. It doesn't have to make sense.
Hey, Gail, I want to know, does anybody know where you can get dog print fabric? I have a friend that wants to make me some face masks with, like dogs or chihuahuas on. Does anybody know where they've seen any fabric like that?
I think Amazon's got it, but it's high as a kite.
Oh, yeah. I got to watch the price down there.
I was looking for Huskies. And in fact, I got some masks we'll talk about in a minute. But yeah, let me share screens here and I'll show you Amazon.
Well, I just need the fabric. The friend's going to make the mask. So I just need the actual fabric. I don't need the mask. So yeah. I'd be cheaper by having somebody make them for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just looking on Amazon today. And
okay.
Yeah, I was looking for a friend that was going to make some masks for me.
Okay.
Some of it's not too bad, like $5.99, but good grief, some of it goes way on up.
Oh, I see some dog ones, yeah. I would really like some chihuahuas, though.
Yeah, I don't see any chihuahuas. Here's one that's got several different types of dogs, no chihuahuas.
Are they marginalized chihuahuas?
I don't know. Maybe. Who knows?
Candy's looking sad now because I said there was no chihuahuas.
Aww.
You're going to say something?
Hi, Candy.
Yeah, oh, she heard you. Look at her, she picked her head up now. That's Gail talking to you. That's cute.
Aw, she's precious.
But yeah, so what's everybody been up to?
Well, it looks like a lot. For judging from the folks that we've got in here. So we've got Iron Fire Horse, who's saying that her package didn't come in and she was waiting on some masks too. I know Stellar had planned to help people move, but that didn't happen because they had lots of folks. Okay. Amber apparently has just been busy, which is totally cool. That's good. Tanya's mentioning furry friends. Candy and Archer.
Tanya, tell Archer I said hi. Candy and I said hi to Archer.
Absolutely.
Oh, what's the lady that has a chihuahua for a service dog? What is her name, Gail? I can't think of her name.
For a service dog?
She's been on a couple of times, but I can't think of her name.
Busy Lady has been on, but she's got a chihuahua, but it's not a service dog. It's
there's one that has a chihuahua as a service dog.
There's let's see, Melissa has one, but like I said, it's not a service dog, it's a loving dog. And
no, this one she took the dog out with her. Her and her mother go out a lot. I can't think of her name. It's been a while.
It has been a while.
But you remember what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. She has a chihuahua. And she had a problem with public access in a restaurant. Mm-hmm. And I gave her some tips how to educate. And so she really appreciated that. But yeah, she had problems. Yeah, they didn't think because it was a lap dog like mine that what the manager was actually rude to her to like Or what can that dog do? Yeah. So yeah.
She is actually not online anymore.
Oh, that's why I haven't seen
it. She's had some major health problems, and that's.
But is there any way you can give her my info so that I can get in contact with her again? I sure would like to. Yeah.
I can. She's in the group. I don't know how often she's checking Facebook anymore, though. But she's in the group, so I'll send her a message though and tell her to message you.
Okay. Or what is her first name?
I will message that to you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
She's not online now.
Okay.
So
that's fine.
I don't know. Let me go back to the chat real quick, though. We've got Carry On, Jeff and John, who says, keep rocking and rolling together and be awesome together. Absolutely. Yes. Amber was here saying, hugs, wifey kiss. Tanya says, Gail, you and Stellar will have boxes from me mailed out on the 3rd. Oh. Bless you. I really appreciate that. You don't have to, but we welcome it. I appreciate it. Stellar saying it's all good. Country Living saying thank you. Oh, Archer's not happy because they're doing fireworks tonight.
Oh.
Yeah. And Tanya's asking for Stellar's address. Tanya's reminding everybody to hit the like button. So would you please and thank you. Iron Firehorse says, good to hear, Amber. Tanya says she broke the like button. Awesome. Let's see. And they're laughing. And Stellar says, Tanya, I'll message you. So there we go. Lots of stuff.
Yeah.
So
Candy left. She got bored.
That's the way it goes sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, I do have the Echo 5 show with camera. I don't know if I can pick it up and if you guys can see it. This is, whoops, I gotta make sure I'm getting it. Can you see it? Right now it's
oh yeah.
Yeah, I got it what do you call it? You know, where they're doing a show of all the Candy's pictures. It's smart enough to go through all my dog pictures. If I say I just want to see dog pictures, it knows that. From so far, it's not made any mistakes. But yeah, the only time that it's ever made a mistake is when it was learning my voice and Candy barked and it put rap music on it. I said, Candy, I didn't know you liked rap.
Yeah, there's some pretty good rap music out there.
But I thought that's funny. Her bark sounded like she was asking for rap music. But yeah, it does. As the more you talk with it, the more it starts knowing, you know, your little voice things and all that. Yeah. But sometimes it's scary. Like if I'll say, you know, I won't say the name, but I'll just say Candy. I'll say, Candy, wake me up at 5:30 with, you know, a certain song, and she did, and she'll go like, well, Laurel, I hope you have a great day. Okay, it talks to you, yeah, things like that. Or like if I say, remind me to feed Candy at 9 a.m., she'll say, well, Candy, I think it's getting hungry, or something. It's like really cute. Yeah, you can customize it. Otherwise, it just says like feed the dog. But yeah, so she said, I think Candy's getting. So it's cute. I didn't know you could customize it that well, but you can. So yeah, it's almost like talking to a person.
That is so cool, though.
Yeah. Now, do you have any kind of device like that or not, Gail?
I do. I have Google Home.
Okay. Can you tell me more about it?
Yeah.
What's the difference in Google Home?
What you're saying, and I can just yell at it and say, okay, AY, and then Google, and then tell it whatever. So, like, if I want it to call Stellar Piper or text her, then I just have to say, you know, and then text her. I can also get it to broadcast. So if my husband's in one part of the house and I'm in the other part of the house, and let's say if I have my phone with me, I can open up the app and tell it to broadcast through the house. And
oh yes,
so
yes.
that, you know.
Yeah, I can do that with this device too. In fact, a couple times when I said what's neat is because I have the Wi-Fi and all that. I could be at like downstairs and I'll say something and I'll explain how I'll just say how Candy works and I'll say the name and when I come upstairs it's playing that music that I turned it on downstairs and that's a good I want to say almost 100 yards away then.
Nice.
And I could be at a restaurant and say, turn on my lights, and it'll do it. So when I come in home, now I don't have the plugs yet. You have to have a special plug that you put in, yes. And
we're working on
that's nice.
They're
so yours does the same thing?
Let's see, Tanya's leaving. So she says,
oh, bye, Tanya.
Tanya, you take care. I'm glad you came in.
Yes.
Appreciate it. We've had several comments that we've missed, but
oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Let me go back. Let's see. Iron Fire Horse is asking if Amber's okay. Tanya says hit the like button. Somebody said they broke the like button before I started, and I just scrolled and can't find it. So thank you for whoever did that because I can't see you now. Gail, I said I broke the like button, not Tanya. Okay, Country Living and Adventures. And so I'm just, Peter Parker's in. Hi, Peter Parker.
Hi, Peter. Yeah.
So Tanya had to step out, and Tanya, we appreciate you having been here. Yeah. So, yeah. So, yeah, I don't have my smoking jacket on. Okay. All right, there you go. So.
Is Mel still on?
No, Mel left.
Oh, okay.
Mel. I think a couple of people must have come on before I got here.
Oh, okay.
So I got to check that out.
Yeah.
So yeah, but thank you all for coming in. If I'd known, I would have certainly come on in early. But I didn't know you guys were going to be here.
Yeah. Is there any way you can do more than just bring on one person on, or oh, have you ever tried it yet or not?
It says I can bring on like up to 6 people at a time.
Okay, maybe that would be fun sometime to do.
Yeah, if anybody wants to do that, I think that would be really a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think Country Living or Mel I would really like to see on there. Yeah.
Yeah, Amber's been on here, and
and Iron Horseman and Peter Parker and all them. Yeah. Stella better behave if you bring her on, though.
Yeah. She's been on a few times, but we got to have everybody together.
Yeah. And you didn't have to put her in timeout?
I'm so sorry about putting you in timeout the other day. I didn't mean to.
Oh, that's okay.
I was just learning how to do it on my phone, and it is totally crazy.
Oh, okay.
It's a little bit different than doing it on the computer just because I'm trying to, scroll through to keep up with the conversation.
Yeah.
And on the computer, all I have to do, I'm still scrolling, but I've got more space and I can see things easier.
So why are you doing it on your phone now, Gail?
Well, I was not where a computer was the other day.
Oh, gotcha. I gotcha.
Yeah. We were out traveling. Well, and
yes, now I do remember. Yeah, okay.
We were able to pick up the new RV. So
yeah,
it's a blessing. It just happens to be in another state. So
Have you ever decided to ever have a tablet or no?
I sold it.
Oh,
I've
okay.
sold a bunch of things lately.
Well, did you not like it or something?
I did. I didn't use it that much.
Okay.
And so it's like, did I want the money or did
Yeah,
I want the
right.
Right.
I get it. You have to prioritize which devices work the best for you.
Yep.
See, I don't have a desktop or a laptop. Well, I got a laptop, but it's all messed up. I have a friend that rebuilds them. I got that with the virus thing. I can't get to it right now. But so that's why I do like my tablet. It does everything that. And now that I have a modem and a router for, I got it because it's for people 55 and older.
Oh.
So yeah, and I found out another thing. Well, there's a few things for people 55 and older. I get my cell phone at a real like 1/3 of what it would normally cost, Gail.
Wow.
What else is I can get because of, oh, I can. I didn't know. Listen to this. You need to tell your listeners or followers that if they doesn't matter the age. If they get the EBD card, the food stamp card, Amazon will let you be on there for $6 a month. All you have to do is make a photocopy when you are signing up. Now, I didn't. I did the regular 30-day trial, and so now the supervisor is going to go ahead. She can go back and see my card that I photocopied on there, and then I electronically signed. She said she will have that corrected, so I only get billed $6 a month.
Nice.
So that is nice. And then also certain items will be noted on there that it won't show on everybody, but if you have that special account, it will say, for people that are 55, I like say I see a dresser for $15.99, I could get it for $5.99. So
ooh.
Yeah, I pay 1/3 of not all items, but they have a little star, so only the people that have got the food stamp card will know what that means.
Nice.
So it kind of say like star item people can get this. So like if you want a $100 TV, I can get it for $35.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's only if it's got the little star on it. But tell your other followers if they get the food stamp card, they do that with Amazon. I thought that's pretty neat that Amazon's doing that.
Maybe we can just do something and talk about discounts sometime.
Yeah.
Because I found some discount, and Jenny Johnson just came in, so I want to say hi, shout out there. Hi, Jenny. And also, Iron Firehorse said that she hates it when she locks people out. So, and we've got Country Living and Adventures saying to lock her out, put her in timeout rather, because she I don't know that she deserves it, but there we go.
Oh, I like Iron Horse. He hates to be in timeout.
Yeah. Oh, good. Amber's used her food stamps on Amazon.
Good.
Boycott Amazon. Okay. My Iron, I was fixing to say the same. Oh, Iron doesn't like Jeff Bezos. Gotcha. And she says she doesn't want to contribute to the world's first trillionaire. Well, now you've got a point there, but like for me,
it's a personal decision, yeah.
Yeah, but for me, like if somebody shops and you use my Amazon link, then I get a portion of that, not a large portion. Okay, so lower your expectations and then lower them again because I've just slashed what they've been doing, but it's a huge help to me.
So how do I do that when I go on there and I make a purchase? How do I make sure you get credit?
Use the link that's on most of my videos have the Amazon link. So
okay. So I go through that link.
Yeah, anytime you shop through that, it's a way to make my channel. But the thing is, you're not paying extra.
Okay, good.
Add extra to your bill.
Yeah.
So if it did, I wouldn't do it.
No. Okay, that's good to know because I've got some more purchase and so it's just $10 or something.
I know.
Or I
Yeah.
know. Is it based on the price that I'm buying the item? Like if I buy, so if I buy a more expensive, you get a bigger portion?
On some things. Now, on some
Okay.
things, they don't like. I think on electronics, I get 1%.
Okay.
So it's like if you spend $100, what's 1% of 100?
$1.
But everything adds up, and so it's a huge help. Huge help.
Yeah.
I know a couple of times I could not have bought my prescriptions if it hadn't been for the help from people who previously had purchased on Amazon.
Yeah.
So,
oh, hi Valerie, how you doing?
hi Valerie, welcome.
Yeah, I seen your beautiful living room.
Isn't it looking great? She's been working really hard on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you, Fire Horse. I do hear that. Oh, Amber says her battery's already dead and she's buying a new one on the 1st. Good for you.
Okay, yeah.
It was definitely good seeing you. So, yeah. But yeah, things have been a little crazy around here. I'll talk about more, but we bought a new RV. It's travel trailer. And part of the reason that we bought it is actually because of health reasons. Because I'm 3 hours from my doctor where my husband got transferred. And so when I have to go, sometimes, like if I've got a 7 a.m. lab draw, then I don't want to have to get up and leave because I would be departing my home no later than 4 a.m. to try to get there.
Right.
And, they only give you a 30-minute window. If you're later than 30 minutes, you have to reschedule the whole appointment. So we got to adding that up, and it was actually going to be cheaper to make the payments on the RV than to spend a couple of nights in a hotel. So that's why we got it. So it sounds kind of weird to have a brand new RV sitting in the yard, but yeah, that's fine. We'll talk more about that later. So
I'm trying to show you my corner now.
Okay. Go ahead, take us around, show us the room. Oh, Lori also says she's got a premiere of the living room reveal tonight at 9 p.m.
Oh, okay.
That'll be fun.
Oh dear. I've got to take this call. I'll be back. It's my daughter. I'm bringing my medicine, so I'll be back here. Gail. All right.
Wow. Well, she'll be back. She's got a phone call. So, woo. Let's see. She stepped out, I'm going to talk about the summer cookout collab that I'm doing with several people. And let me drop this down. Let's see. The cooking collab is coming up. It's in. I'm going to share this Facebook screen. Let me do that. That way. Whoops. Wait a minute. Chrome tab. There we go. Yay. Okay. So we've got the tab here, and so the channels that are participating, it's for the 4th of July. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to participate because it's like been a little crazy this week. And y'all know how it goes. Lots of just roller coaster and whatnot. And I was kind of sick earlier this week. But anyway, feeling better now. But I didn't post that on the Facebook page because when you say you're sick now, people automatically go, boom, coronavirus, and that's not it. So it's either I've got an ulcer or they said I might have an early pancreatitis, but I'm betting on ulcer, just saying. So anyway, okay, it looks like it's quit sharing here. Okay, so we're just going to make it share again. So let's, the channels that are participating. Oh, hey, welcome back, Amber. Welcome back. Okay, and Valerie's saying she won't be on the 4th of July collab because she will be on vacation. Where are you getting to go? I'm going to go in here and I'm going to share this real quick. This is the channel trailer for Can't Wait, Smells Great. She is one of the channels participating. In fact, she is the ringleader of it. And it's Can't Wait, Smells Great, Robin. And there she is talking about it on her channel. And all of these are linked below. Okay, so she's talking about a sneak peek of what she's doing. So let's go on over. Fairy Anna Vlogs. She is just a super neat person. And Fairy Anna Vlogs is participating. And I just bumped the wrong button again. Sorry about that. Okay, I will not touch that button again. But Fairy Anna Vlogs is participating in the cookout, 4th of July. She does a great job. You got to check her channels out. Neat recipes. Really, I got to tell you, she made some apples individual, and she made them kind of like a dessert, almost like an apple pie, and we are still cooking those because they are delicious. But she's got a lot of other delicious recipes too. Don't just say one. So you've got to check them all out. Life Adventures and Keto is also participating, as is the Crazy Mom Life. And we've got Paleo Barbie Does Keto. Keto Like a Lady is participating, and Tony Talks Keto. So I'm not doing keto, but I'm participating in the group. Lovely group of people. Absolutely fabulous. So if you look for that collab to be coming out, should be a lot of fun. Should be a whole lot. And let's see. I think the Candytheweeservice dog is back. Let me see if I can pull her in. Candy. Ah,
I do have it back. Can you, let's see. I am trying to get you to see everything, but my problem is I don't, how do I switch so that I'm using my back camera instead of my front camera? That's
there's usually a little button on there.
Okay, where?
Symbol that looks kind of like that on the camera screen.
Okay, but if I go on there, will you still be able to see it? Let me see. Let me try. I hope I don't do it.
I have no idea, actually.
I'm trying now.
All we see is a black screen with a white dot.
Oh, see, that's why I won't do that, because I still got to learn that. Let me shut that off. Okay. Well, I'm sorry. I was going to let you see my desk, but I'll have to do it next time.
We would have cheerfully seen the desk.
You know what I'm going to have to do? I am going to have to go ahead and make a video premiere and then show it on my channel. So whoever saw it or not, you guys can check it out on my channel. Because I also got my Flexi selfie stick too. That is really nice. It can. Oops, I hit the wrong button again. My fingers are so bad. Oops, I'm doing these oopsies. I'm hitting wrong buttons again.
That's okay. I am too.
Okay, so there I go. I hit the wrong button. I was putting my tablet back on the little fold out thing. Okay. So what it is the Flexi stick can be put on like a bicycle. You can put it on like my scooter. I've got it right now. Let me get it off here. I got it wrapped around on my desk. One of the things that this is let's see. There it is. This is the little contraption that stretches for your
Okay.
Can you hold on?
I still see it there a little bit.
Okay, my hand keeps getting in the way. All right. So this is, I still got it wrong. Let me try it this way. I don't know where the camera is on this thing. That's my problem.
Well, there we go. We see you now.
Okay, but you don't see the selfie stick.
I don't see the selfie
there
stick.
it is.
If you hold it, there you go. If you hold it more toward your face.
Oh, towards my face. There we go.
Yeah, there it is.
This stretches to put up to a 3.5-inch camera. You can put lengthways, sideways, whatever. And then it's got little suction cups. So yeah, it's got suction cups, and then it bends and wraps too. So it can wrap to just about. It can actually wrap to your body. So if you want to wrap it on your body, you could do that. Oops. Yeah. So you can.
That's great.
Now, guess what? This was at Myers for $30, and they had it marked down to $10 because they're coming up with a new one. But they still have some. Not all of their Myers have them. So maybe if anybody knows where a Myers is, if you can get one, you can get this. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that they're coming up with the newest one. So. And this is, I believe this is a universal brand, so it would work with just about any, camera. It wouldn't fit a laptop. That's the only thing. I mean, a tablet. Unless you have a really small. But I like it because I'll be able to now do decent videos of. I've done videos of Candy doing her service dog stuff on my scooter, but this I can tune right into her, and you guys can see her but hear me instead of seeing mostly me or just seeing parts of Candy. So I'm excited about that. But that I'm always like you, I'm always looking for the bargain. And a lot of us do.
I mean, this day and age, are you kidding me? We have to.
Well, that's why I like your trips, when you can do those. Do you still do the $40 trips or not?
I'm going to start doing them again. I have this whole long list of things for spring, which included a lot of the $40 day trips.
Yeah.
And then the virus, shut things down and whatnot. So I did a trip to Chattanooga earlier in the month, and I'm still getting some of those videos processed to be able to put them online. And as soon as I do, then after that, we're looking at another trip out and then going into the $40 day trip. So they're on the list. We just, of course, had to reshuffle. So later this summer, more $40 trips. But, but even in general, you got to look for the bargains.
Yeah.
Like this travel trailer, we've been looking forever, and it's actually a last year's model. And we got it at a super cheap deal. And because it was a last year's model, and it doesn't have all the bells and whistles. There's no mahogany cabinets or super plush carpet. It's just like a deal.
But it's fulfills your needs. Yeah.
So let me run to the chat here. Let's see. Gonna back up here. Stellar said, whoa. Okay. So let's see. Donna Amber said, I wish I could go. I got so much going on. I hear you. Valerie is going to Northern New York with her mom. You have a fabulous trip. That is incredible. I hope to see 87. Think about this, y'all. And Marianne is going to go over Valerie's tomorrow because it's fishing. Nice. Firehorse says, we're walking the country. They're getting their cars keyed and other things that really should stay away. We aren't as healthy as them. And that's one thing about with the travel. I really think it's like the safest way to travel right now. If you're enclosed in your own little bubble, and as you can tell from the picture behind me, here with Morristown State Park, I like doing a lot of parks. So I figured take my food and whatnot, and then encapsulate in the trailer. And now my big risk is going to be buying gas. So, but anyway, yeah, you have to be careful. And let's see, that'll be nice film on the I have February was fine. anyway, John Loftus Sower, aka Amber, said I'm just going to pick out at home for the 4th, maybe go see local fireworks, or if you got together. Gail still want to go to Rome, Georgia. Amber, I still want to go to Rome, Georgia. Oh, my voice is muffled. I'm sorry. Audio suddenly went bad. I do not know what happened there. My sound is missed. That's weird. Always doing something weird. How good not to see. Okay, well, I tell you what. I'm going to go back.
I'm back. My daughter-in-law had called me, so I'm sorry I had to leave for a minute. But yeah,
let me. They're telling me my sound is weird, so let me see if I've accidentally knocked something loose in the back of the computer. So, can you hear me? Okay.
I can hear you fine.
Okay.
It's clear for me.
Well, maybe it cleared up.
Yeah.
Somebody type in the chat if this is better.
Can you call me back? I forgot I had a live stream to do. Can you call me back a little bit later tonight or no?
Okay, good. It's magically better. Maybe just candy makes everything better.
How about 8:15?
Oh, that's good. So I'm glad it's. I don't know what happened. Okay.
Well, why don't you call me tomorrow?
Candy Human came back. LOL.
All right, thank you, Karen.
Who knows?
Okay, thanks.
Who knows what's going on?
I got so many. But Gail, what I wanted to know, do you ever do like free things to do? Like in Cincinnati, we have a beautiful art museum that is absolutely free. And it just opened back up so that you can go there, and they've got it so they're making sure everybody wears a mask, and you wear it not only the whole time, but that you are wearing it properly, which I like, because when you pull it down below your nose, you're not wearing it properly.
That's true. I was out today and saw a bunch of people, and I just wanted to scream.
Yeah, so you have to wear the mask all the time. You have to wear it properly, and they're limiting how many people. I've had a lot of friends. They had members night a few nights ago, and now they're letting other people in. But they said it was fabulous because you feel like you got the whole museum to yourself because it's so spaced out.
Oh, nice.
So they said, forget the 6 feet. It's more like about 60 feet or 600 feet.
That's wonderful. It's like Tennessee, our governor is like, I won't go into that. But I will say that there are no mandates for anything. And so we're not taking precautions. They just said like 10%, 10% of the people in Tennessee, well, 10 to 20, that's all that's wearing masks. So what's up with that? I go to North Carolina, and North Carolina was doing so much better. Like the grocery stores in North Carolina that we've gone into have had one-way aisles. We don't have that. We don't even have employees wearing masks in any of the and I'm just like, what are you thinking? So like I go to Virginia to get some of my groceries, actually most of my groceries, and they're wearing masks over there. So I'm like, what, North Carolina or Virginia? I'm up for both of them.
Well, what about social distancing, Gail?
Forget social distancing. Just it's out the window. Now I will say, when I went to Chattanooga a few weeks ago, they were super on top of things. We went into a restaurant. Said, our point for going to Chattanooga was not just to do it cheap, but to do everything local. So like the gift shop was local, the restaurants were local, but we went into one and we go in, we've got our masks on, and they asked us if we'd had a cough, fever, or sore throat lately, and ran through the short list of COVID symptoms. And I'm like, no. And they're like, great. Then they let us in and seated us. And they're like, here's the hand sanitizer. So they had hand sanitizer by the door. They had it on the table. And I'm like, this is wonderful. And had to space 6 feet out. But in Tennessee, the only thing that you have space 6 feet out is the restaurants. Other than that, but like North Carolina is different. Let me jump back to the chat real quick. And we've got Plum Bob who is in. So hello, Plum Bob, and welcome.
Hi, Plum Bob.
Hannon Adventures is in. Hi, Hannon. Welcome to the stream. And let's see what else. I don't want to miss anybody.
Oh, yeah, I'm just saying. They're going by so fast. Hi, everybody. The ones I missed, I'm sorry.
And let's see. Iron Fire Horse is saying, me too, Bob. I'm not on here often, so it's fun to run into familiar folks. Yep. Plum Blob, love running into you is what Amber is saying. And I was there with my intern for the purpose of doing all these videos with a set parameter. And I just about called you, but we were like packed. I went into Chattanooga. You're going to love this. We went into Chattanooga. I got there on a Wednesday night. We stayed Wednesday night. We were there all day Thursday shooting these videos, and Friday morning I left. So, but yes, I want to come back, and I actually found a museum in Fort O that I want to go to. So as soon as I actually have time, hopefully things are much better now, and I'll have more time. So let me scoot around right quick. Going back to the chat. Lots of people are saying hi. Hi, Helen. But yes, I would love to. I just have to have just a little more time. But because what we did was John had a couple of days off, so we went zoom and back. So, have a great night.
I'll be back.
Hi, Lynette. Hi, and welcome. Okay, we have the Phantom, Candytheweeservice dog, who is out right now, but she'll be back in a minute. Iron Fire Horse said, I put chicken wire around my 10 by 10 Ozark Trail camping canopy to keep my neighbors and their kids away from it. That's smart. Very smart. Hey, Mariana's Blogs is in the house. Hello. I just talked to you I just talked about you a minute ago because of the collab that's coming up. So I mentioned everybody's channels and showed off yours as everybody's. And I'm still bragging on your dessert with the apples. It makes like a fake apple pie. Oh my gosh. Wonderful. Now let's see. Iron Fire Horse. Lynette is saying hi to Iron Fire Horse, rather. And Iron Fire Horse says, now we're going back to where she talked about chicken wire. And she says, I actually did it to keep my cats in, but it works great to ensure social distancing. Okay, so we've all got to take her lesson. If we've got neighbors who don't want to social distance, we just need to put chicken wire up. Solve the problem. There we go. We have it straight from Iron Fire Horse. That's awesome. Oh, you did a cowboy skillet. That's going to be good. Let's see. Iron Fire Horse says, everybody is acting like it's over here, but our numbers are starting to climb again. That stinks. That stinks. And John Off-Grid Tryon Solar Amber is saying that they're shooting fireworks right now. And it's crazy. We actually had Tanya Lambert just a little earlier here in the chat, and she said they were firing fireworks off by her, and it was bothering Archer. So why? The 4th of July is like next week, people. So why do it now? That's crazy. I don't know. I get the social distancing thing and stuff is a little bit wonky too. You guys won't believe what I got. Masks. I ordered masks. My green screen is doing something weird with the package. Woo! I don't know what it's doing. But anyway, okay, so hold it here. I don't know why it says 173. Oh well. But you gotta see these. They're so cute. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, Valerie Reese is saying that they were doing fireworks here last night and she couldn't figure out why. Okay. Maybe it's just a thing. Oh, Amber's saying like Christmas forcing their crap on us earlier and earlier each year. Yeah, but I'd rather have fireworks than to have Christmas. And Plum Bob is saying here. So hi, Plum Bob. But these little masks, I ordered them off of a lady from Facebook because I have a couple of masks from friends, but I keep like I wash them and they all wrinkle. So anyway, I've got a few more. And Candytheweeservice dog is
I'm back.
back.
I had to get my medicine. Hey, Gail, I got a question. How do you do a review on a business?
How did I what?
How do you do a review like on Facebook or YouTube about a business?
Well, there's lots of ways. What I typically do is I look at the business that I want to review first, and then I jot down a couple of things that I want to pay attention to when I go to the business. That's what I used to do anyway when I was writing a lot of business reviews.
Okay.
And then go in and like if it was a restaurant and they had a particular like dish that was really popular for their restaurant or that they were known for. And I always wanted to make sure that I ordered that. And then I would note like how nice the server was or if they weren't, and if the food was hot or if it was cold or anything that, kind of made them stand out. So that's the way I did it. So I would do kind of just an overview of the business and about food. But now if I'm vlogging, I do it a little differently because I want to catch going into the building and I want to catch footage of inside. Like I did one on Hamrick's Clothes, which is like my favorite clothing store in the world because the clothes are decent. I mean, they've got their own brands, but they've also got like Alfred Dunner and some store brands. I mean, some of the bigger brands, and the prices are cheap because they do a lot of closeouts. So I did a business video on that. So that might be one that you might want to go check out.
Well, I've got really bad service on this medicine. Like I said, it was supposed to be prioritized. And my daughter that goes there often because it's close to her house said this is how they are to everybody. They don't. Yeah, and it's even before the virus, they were just unorganized, sloppy. The doctor that I talked to said this is a common medicine that they keep, just like you would keep aspirin. So there's no reason why it took them 7 hours to do the prescription. She gave the order while we were still on the phone. I said, how long would it take? She said, I've already gave it to them now, and they are supposed to prioritize one meeting I need because I'm a fall risk. And with that vertigo, and so I asked my daughter, I said, because she goes there frequently, what if you don't have priority one? What if it just it could take to the next day? How is that priority if you have to wait 24 hours for a meeting? Yeah. Well, that was
a business than they have employees.
Yeah. No, she said
I had to go pick up my grandmother's medicine. I'd taken her to the doctor. This was years ago. I had taken her to the doctor and I went to get her medicine and they told me that it was going to be 4 hours. And I'm like, I'm here from out of town. I'm running her errands. I don't have 4 hours to wait on this medicine.
Right.
And you're like, well, that's the quickest we can do it. So I told him, I said, okay, give me the prescription back. So I took the prescription. I went to Kroger And I found out that not only did I not have to wait 4 hours, because he's like, well, we'll just do it for you now. I told him the situation. I also found out they had delivery. End of problem. Just call and get it delivered. So that took that. But yeah. Let me go back to the chat real quick.
Yeah.
Valerie's saying, hi, Mike. And did I miss somebody coming in? I must have. Hold on. Did I miss somebody? I think I did. I hope not.
Oh, hi, Mike.
Mike. Hey.
Yeah.
Hi. I'm sorry to miss you. I'm so sorry. And Amber says, Iron, I don't do Christmas either. I'm too broke for it. Can't afford to buy gifts, so I even try.
Yeah.
Oh. And let's see, people are saying hi. Amber, Iron Firehorse says, Amber, if everyone was wearing just a surgical mask and didn't spew their spit in the air, it wouldn't spread the same. Thank you. The N95
yes.
healthcare workers.
Iron Horseman, I agree. I seen somebody the other day hold their mask on and spit on the ground and then put it back on and walked away. I'm going,
that's crazy.
Really?
Crazy.
I mean, they were on a public sidewalk, but really?
Valerie is advocating for something homemade for Christmas, so yay.
Yes.
I agree.
Yes, Valerie.
Iron is saying, I was told by several to get N95s because they filter out better, so got them. They're really hard to find, but yeah. Iron says they're the best, Amber, especially if you're around an infected person, but a regular one stops the spray, which is key, and for not giving it to others. Yeah, Amber says, cool, Gail, no one delivers meds here. Ours delivered, Iron Firehorse is saying ours delivers even before the pandemic, which is great. Now, this with my grandmother's been like years ago, but I'm like, why am I running myself crazy and putting up with a pharmacy like that when there's one that delivers? So I set her up with that. Life was so much simpler. So much.
Well, I won't say the name of the place, but it is a big chain throughout the country that there's no reason why they have such horrible service.
Wow. So anyway, I've got these masks I was finally able to find online to get.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, it was nice to get some pretty ones. And you know, the thing I like about it is it fits good here, but it also comes up high enough on my nose. And like if workers at the stores had these, it's really hard for them to kind of pull them up from the nose and leave them because it pokes you in the nose. So you got to do something. But yeah, I found they're made by a lady on Facebook, and I ordered them, and she had cute patterns. So $7 each and $5 shipping on the package. Aren't they cute?
Yeah. So now, do you have a little bit of breathing space, Gail? When you're wearing, so they're not. So they're not touching your mouth exactly. I like that with mine. I got from Humana. They specially treat it with a chemical that will last for 30 washes, and after that, it's just like a regular cotton mask. But Humana sent me 2 of these masks. Yeah.
But yeah, there's a little space so you can move your mouth and talk.
Yeah, let me go see if I can find
my. I can still yell at John.
I'm gonna find my Humana one.
Okay. Let's see. Go to the chat while she's doing that. Stellar says she seconds homemade Christmas presents. Yes, I do too. Yes, I did miss that comment. Oh my gosh. Iron Firehorse says she had someone spit on her today and got on her face. And
oh, wow.
I'm really concerned now, but there's a lot of people that think this is a hoax or they don't care. I had a conversation with this idiot in Chattanooga who was trying to tell me that it's a hoax designed to make our elected officials all look bad.
Yeah, I've heard that it was a conspiracy and all this other. But here's my.
So, Iron Firehorse, did you file charges or anything against this person?
You really should have.
And let's see, John's off-grid Tryon Solar, which is Amber, says, CVS here sucks. The last few times they made me wait 3 hours for my meds. Yeah,
Wow.
that's who I switched away from. They were like 4 hours years ago. I'm like, nope. Iron says that they were having a conversation right at the window of my car, and one bumped loudly, and I asked them if they could move their conversation at least 6 feet away from me. Wow. And Plum Blob's even saying, wow, that's insane.
So here's my green.
Yeah, I recall the law. I hope she did. Oh, yeah, yours looks a lot like it's made like this a lot.
Right, but it's got Humana's. That's what I got. That's right. Okay, I don't know if you can see it. They got embroidered on it, Humana. Oops. So can you see it says Humana?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, but they treat it with a chemical, and they tell you have to wash it before you can use it because you can really smell it. It's strong, and it's supposed to be, especially with iron horsemen, it's a barrier to not get the fluids coming in if something spews out. It's good for 30 washes. After that, then it's just like a regular cloth mask. But I thought that is really nice.
I like that.
They sent me 2 of them.
I think that's great. You
and
know,
then machine washable.
Something free from the insurance company, you go for it.
They sent to all their what do you call it? At-risk people. So it's not just seniors, but anybody like pregnant women, people that have immune problems. But they send you 2 that way you get when one's being washed, and it's machine washable.
That's nice.
I think that's
I'm washing at times because you've got to keep them clean.
Well, I mean that's nice. I mean, Humana is a big corporation. I mean, they've got millions of clients, and to do 2 of them, that's a lot. That is really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're getting a lot of money from premiums too.
Yes,
but still money overall because they won't have to pay as many out in claims if they can keep everybody healthy.
Well, and you know what? They were transparent on it. They said if we keep you healthy, it holds our costs down. So, and they even said that when in the little brochure that they came with it. So I mean, they weren't being trying to fool us. I mean, they were being trying to say they're saving money by keeping us healthy. So they said it was their pleasure and honor to do that, but they didn't have to.
I said something about the fact that masks work, or the insurance companies wouldn't be sending them out. We were talking about her getting spit on. She said she backed her plastic Chinese Barbie car into theirs. Okay, to try to stop them. LOL. So crazy. I lost my mind temporarily. Yeah.
Oh goodness.
Let's see. Amber's saying, Iron, I like China's K-pop music. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. So where do you live, Iron?
She's in Canada.
Okay. So what are the rules up there as far as face masks? Do they have to wear them or no?
I don't know. We'll give her a minute to answer. You know what's crazy here? Our state, has most of the state on some rules, and then there's like 6 counties that get to make up their own rules. So I can go from home to, like, say, I'm just going to pick on Knoxville. And then I can go there. And so the rules here are different from the rules that they have in Knoxville, which are different still from the rules that they have in Chattanooga. But
so
there's nothing in any of the rules anyway.
Except nothing consistent, yeah. So, yeah. Well, I have a friend that lives in Malaysia, and she said the reason they had it was mandatory to wear a mask wherever they went.
Mandatory here.
No, but they enforced it. They did enforce it, yeah. Like they have rapid transit. I mean, when you're packed like that, they won't let you on the transit if you don't wear it. And again, you can't just wear it. You have to wear it properly and keep it on the whole time. Yeah.
It needs to be that way here. I understand that New York is a little different and they're maintaining it. And I think that New Jersey and California are too. I hope so. But it'll never fly in the South. People here, I swear, they are convinced that this is a conspiracy or we're infringing on their rights by making them wear a mask. And I can just tell you all the excuses. Like a hoax person. Who on earth? Oh, anyway. Let's see. Iron Fire Horse says, let me go back up. She drives a Suzuki. I can't, sorry. My
Suzuki?
I'm working tonight. It's mostly plastic. It just pops back. And so she also says, plus it was stolen and has minor damage on all sides. And she didn't bother fixing it, which is, but I'm so sorry it got stolen and damaged. Plum Bob says Canada is in what they call stage 2 and most stuff is back to normal. I can't really say that we're back to normal in Tennessee over all the state because of the different rules, but I will say that my area where I am only left normal for a couple of weeks and now they're back to it. Let's see. Iron Fire Horse says it's an awesome car. Does better in snow and off-road than most trucks. Nice. And of course, she's in Canada. John, Off-Grid Tryon Solar, aka Amber, says, Plum Bob, Canada is helping their people better than our own government. It sucks. Oh, I fell in love with Canada, I gotta say. And Iron says, no laws for face masks and no one is wearing them. The tourists and cottagers have taken over. It's madness. Yeah. And Plum Bob says, apparently it is the 25 to 40-year-olds they've become concerned about. Yeah. So it's the people, they're waking up a little bit. I know here the big shock is it was bothering children, but they only realized that kids were getting sick when they kept seeing the same set of symptoms coming up. And then finally somebody got smart and decided to check for COVID, and lo and behold, the kids had COVID.
Yeah, I heard about the little baby that died in Tennessee from the virus. Did you hear about that, Gail?
No, I didn't.
In Tennessee, there's a baby that 1-year-old died of the COVID virus. She went in, I can't remember the parents or if she went emergency. Anyway, she died when she got there or shortly after getting there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So now they're watching out for kids. And then I know overall they said
there was one back in April that died.
Well, maybe that's the case.
Maybe it's back.
I just know that. And then
I agree.
The 20 to 40-year-olds. The 20 to 40-year-olds. Now they're concerned that they're getting it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Mel.
It's good to see you, Mel.
Yeah, Mel, you gotta come on here live sometime.
Mel says it's never going back to normal. It's going to be something else. You know, I kind of agree. And he says face masks are a hot button issue. Yep. Iron Fire Horse says they aren't helping me, Amber. The Prime Minister gave my province money that should have come to me, but our provincial government hasn't given it to us disabled folks. Oh,
wow.
Politics.
Sorry to hear that, Iron Horseman.
Mel says it's sad to see a baby die for any reason, and
I know, but for them
messed up.
That virus is just. I know I had friends that had family members die. It's excruciating, and then you couldn't see them, and then the worst part is you can't go see them. Yeah.
And Mel is saying we can get something set up one of these days, which would be great.
Yes, Mel. I'd like to have you. I'd like you to be on with me too sometime. I like all your. I like your stuff. Yeah.
Really deep stuff.
Yeah, and Mel, you keep it real.
Plain spoken stuff that absolutely needs to be said with no punches pulled.
Right. It's not for the faint of heart.
Very true. Yeah,
But I love you, Mel.
So yeah, be good. But you know, I agree with what Mel said because it's not going to be normal.
No, I don't think it is.
We're going to kind of have to go to a new normal.
Yep.
Yeah. No, thank you, Mel. It'd be great.
Yes, Mel. Looking forward to that.
But you know, I keep thinking, and I've said this before, there's so much that we can take inspiration from in the previous generations because, like I've said before, my dad had polio. It was when it was going through, it was an epidemic and places were closed and they couldn't go swimming. And there were a lot of church services that were being canceled.
Mm-hmm.
But before that, you know, a few decades before that, we had the Spanish flu that people keep talking about. Yeah. And so we had these things and the world got back in order and kind of made a new order. You know, we have, thankfully, the polio virus that has changed the world and things like that. But we just got to figure it out and quit whining. You know, they didn't lay around whining. Or at least that's what I've been told. That they didn't have time and they didn't lay around and just whine and fuss. They sucked it up and got back to work.
I do hope that people learn to respect personal space now. Not necessarily 6 feet, but I know people that I'm waiting in line, they're practically looking at my credit card. They're standing so close to me, almost breathing on my neck before the virus. So now I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, who wants, if you got your credit card in your hand and they're standing like that over you? Yeah. So yeah, personal space, I think they're going to have to learn that,
I don't, in the South, we're going to have a hard problem with it because people hug. And in fact, I was just informed by this guy a couple of days ago that he's like, hey, I've met you. I know you now. He's like, next time I'm going to greet you with a hug. And I'm like, really? Like, what do you say to this? So anyway, I'm going to go back. Iron Firehorse is saying she's an hour north of Toronto and the idiots the COVID-idiots have swamped us. Our numbers are going up from community spread.
I'm sorry to hear that, Iron.
John, well, Amber is saying, what year was it? Which one was it? Which question? And going back to Iron Firehorse says, I have a 1 in 3 chance of surviving, according to my doctor, and a tourist spit on me today at my local grocery store, SMH. Sorry, Iron, stay safe.
Iron,
I really would have tried to call the police on that one. I don't believe in always calling the police, but that's one I probably would have called on.
Yeah.
Iron says she's not going out again. Wish I was a senior, then someone would help me out. LOL.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Iron.
Well, now here, some people are trying to help out those who are at risk. Stores are dedicating hours where people can go shopping and they're not as likely to run into other people. It's specific for at-risk people.
Yes.
More food delivery, just from people in the community. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Iron Firehorse said that's who they gave the money for the disabled to. Governments. Governments should all do better.
Yes.
But yeah, we all need to wear masks. Invented for a reason. But what do you say when a guy says, yeah, I know I just met you, but it's just my nature. It's just the way I do things. And next time I see you, I'm going to greet you with a hug. When your husband's standing right there. Because this is in the South. And I was just kind of speechless. I'm like, well, I don't know if that's going to be a good idea or not. And we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Let's see. Plum Bob says, Irene, I had a motorcycle incident on the road Thursday on the highway in the middle of nowhere. People who stopped to help me were from that area, Bolton, I believe. Aw. You know,
Oh, that's
people are
nice.
really nice. That's
Yeah.
great. I will say, I think Canadians are nicer than Americans because they were always so polite, so nice. People say, like, why do you drive through Canada? Why do you drive to Alaska? And it's because people are really nice. Stellar says, a water that works well for cats. Maybe it'll work on clergy. Stellar, this was not a clergy person, would you believe? But, oh, I know what I need. You know those flowers that people would wear as a jacket?
Yes, I remember those.
Water. That's what I need. So
yeah. You know, they had one of those on the TV show Laughing. Do you remember that?
Oh gosh, that's been forever.
Yes, they had one.
I'll have to, maybe that's what I need, Taylor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Iron is saying, Clem Bob, are you okay? Bolton's half an hour, 45 minutes from me. Yeah. Yeah, that was funny, Stellar. But yeah, this time it wasn't clergy. Clergy are like, they do that. But you know, part of it is we're in the South, and it is so ingrained in Southern culture that, you know, you see somebody and you meet them, sometimes even for the first time, and they're like, oh, give me a hug. And so there's this giant bear hug. And it is just so ingrained. So it's going to be really hard for us to get used to 6 foot distance. But I will say, I love the restaurants having the 6 foot distance because it's nice to go in and you're not all crammed up. Like Cracker Barrel is the worst.
Yes.
And
I love Cracker Barrel. It's a mess. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Plum Bob says, I think you guys are really nice. Gals are really nice as well. Aw, you're a sweetheart.
Hey, Gail, what do you think about like the buffets? Are they going to just totally do away with places like that, or what's your opinion on that?
I would like to see them all go to a cafeteria style.
Yeah, and then I think places that are regular restaurants, but they have like a salad bar, I think those are probably going to have to not, you know, they're not going to be able to people go up to those anymore.
Yeah, I don't know, but hopefully they'll like I said, I would like to see them all go to a cafeteria.
Because I don't see Golden Corral surviving this.
Yeah, well, the Golden Corral, we don't have one by us, but we have one like 2 towns, 3 towns over, 2 towns. Yeah. Anyway, it's like an hour and a half drive. Yeah. But they're closed.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be permanent because they were getting bad before this rise. I would report, like, there's a little kid, they have a chocolate fountain, right?
Right.
And the little kid's sticking their finger, well, that chocolate is dripping off their finger back into the recircling chocolate.
Now,
when you're eating it, that 7-year-old's germ.
They'll pull it.
Well, they didn't, and I was so bad, I didn't go back to that Golden Corral ever again.
I don't blame you for not going back.
But why did they not think that was not a big deal? Really? Sticking your finger in the chocolate, and it's going to go back in and recycle, and Lord knows where that kid's had their hand.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Just luck.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Let's go back to the chat now. Now. Iron Fire Horse says, I have Asperger's, hands off man, LOL. Best part about the pandemic. I wish. Kenna says a lot of that politeness is just phony baloney, LOL, at least in this high-end part of Canada. I didn't make it to Toronto. The farthest we've been is like Niagara Falls and like 45 minutes north of Niagara Falls. But I have been across like Saskatchewan, Alberta, Yukon, and so forth. Everybody was really nice there. So I was really impressed. Iron Firehorse said she loved laughing. Hey,
Yeah.
Rachel is here. She said,
Rachel.
Not Panda. I'm not sure if you remember me. I do. How are you? It has been forever. So I hope things are going well for you. It's nice to see you back on YouTube.
Yeah.
And Amber says, Iron, I have Asperger's too. Stellar says, Iron, I am loving not having to meaninglessly smile at all. And sundry face mask for the win.
I like that, Stellar.
And Plum Bob says, Irene, my bike tipped over in the wind when I was parked at the restaurant. I blew out half my calf muscle trying to pick it up. A little tough.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow, Plum Bob. Wow. Well, I'm glad that you are able to walk because that hurts. Iron is also saying, I know that Amber, LOL, part of why I love you so much. And Amber's saying she loves staying 6 feet away. Yep. Yeah. Well, I'd love you more. And Iron says, ouch. She's responding to Plum Bob saying, ouch, at least no road burn. Hope it gets better quickly. Muscle damage is often harder to heal than a break. Yeah. One thing that was suggested to me one time when I tore the muscle in my calf was protein. Lots and lots of protein.
Yeah.
They had me on regular diet plus protein shakes twice a day, and I hated those shakes. But they must have helped.
Yeah. They did that with my husband when he had pressure sores. It does.
So and Plum Bob is saying those chocolate fountains are gross. They also filter all the dirt from the air into the mix, you know?
Yeah, you're right, Plum Bob. I agree.
I actually had, when my girls were married, you know, several years apart, thank God, or we couldn't afford to get them married off. But I had friends that offered to let me use their chocolate fountain. And I was like, no. And different friends for each wedding. And I'm like, no, thank you. Because I didn't want to get into the gunk that goes with chocolate fountains.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And Iron is saying, no, I love you more. I love you this much, Amber. Aw. Let's see. Brain Cell says, it really has. It's great. I hope everything's well for you, too. So, well, it's been a crappy day, but things are better. Actually, this whole week has been a roller coaster. So, but thank you for asking. Tonight's better. Iron says, Toronto itself is awesome. It's the rich that come into our area acting like they own. Oh, yeah, they do. LOL. Part of it, too, may be that people who have an income just kind of think that income elevates. And that may be true wherever you are.
Yeah.
Iron Firehorse says 80% of her area is owned by people out of the area. That's interesting. And Iron Firehorse says that's why we couldn't keep them out. They threatened not to pay the property tax.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That would be something. And Stellar says a punch fountain would have been cool if I'd thought of that. Punch fountains are neat. But yeah, they got their own issues too.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. They're also expensive to rent, by the way. Stellar, they were $150 to rent. Plus, they also wanted a sanitizing fee. Plus, we couldn't just rent it for one day because it was on the weekend. We had to rent 2 days. So that is why you didn't have a punch fountain. Just saying. Because we were going to pick it up. We had to pick, because I called, we had to pick it up on Friday, and we had to have it back Monday morning, or Monday by noon, I think. Anyway, had to have it back on Monday at some time. But because we were picking it up on a Friday, it was a 2-day rental and not a 1-day rental. So yeah, it was expensive. It was going to cost like $350 for the weekend. So sorry, Stiller. When you renew your vows and you have a vow renewal ceremony at some point in your life and you're paying it, you can have a punch fountain.
Oh.
Iron Fire Horse is agreeing and saying, yes, protein is a healer. Amber is saying, Iron, us Asperger girls rock in our own awesome way. We are tight for life, LOL. And says, we absolutely do, Amber, Iron Fire Horse is saying. So awesome stuff. Oh my gosh. It is almost 8:30. It's 8:25.
Wow, it is.
Wow, we're just rocking and rolling here.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, anyway, I was really glad to find these little masks because I like that on the nose. Stellar says, oh, well, I guess I'm 4 years behind you on that. Good call, though. Would have been cool, but not $300 worth of cool. That's what I thought. And Iron says, we're living in our area. I researched all of our stats when we were in university 15 years ago for the entire area. And our stats are not like anywhere else except some high-end places in BC. Wow. All over, not. I thought that's what you meant. It came out as Oliver. I tell you, autocorrect is just sometimes on hyperdrive.
Yeah.
I was trying to text Stellar the other day, and wow, was it not working? Oh, because I was they were trying to figure out what was wrong with me. I had to go to the ER a few days ago. Yeah, that's when they decided it was either an ulcer or possibly a early pancreatitis, which we know it's not like on death's door. So possibly an ulcer, but they did an EKG. So I'm trying to keep, because nobody could go back there with me, plus Stellar's in the next state. So I'm trying to keep everybody updated. So I'm text messaging Stellar, and she says, what about an EKG? So I text messaged her back saying, they just did the EEG. And so she was like, EEG? And I'm like, no. I don't mean EEG. I mean egg. But it was just, the egg was part of the EEG, and egg were both part of the autocorrect. And then finally, I don't know how long did it take, Stellar? But finally, I got EKG out, and it was just because my phone was being stubborn. Oh. Yeah. Plum Bob said it's 6:30 here, and I'm getting the dinner call from the kitchen. Be well, everyone. I always enjoy visiting with you all. Good night. So good night, Bob.
Yes, I hope your leg heals up quickly.
Me too. I will second that. And y'all, don't forget, please smash that like button.
Yes.
I'd appreciate it. That really helps. It tells YouTube that I'm making content that is liked and you guys found some value in it, because it helps me out with this algorithms, and they're more likely to send notifications, and they are more likely to show your channel if you do that. So thank you.
Yes.
Oh shoot, I meant to tell Plum Bob. We were talking the other night, a few weeks ago, about those little portable battery chargers, and I got one, but I wasn't really sure if it was actually going to work. And so night before last, we go out to move our vehicles, and my van won't start. My van has a big V8 engine, and it started because I was able to get it on. And this little battery pack thing, which I put back in the car, I wish I had it to show you, but this thing probably is a whole 8 inches long, 5 inches wide, and maybe like 2 inches thick. you would never, ever think it would jump off a car battery, but it did. And it's not just for jumping off car batteries. You can also charge phones, tablets, and so forth.
Stella, hey, Stella, I can picture you wearing a thong.
Oh my! She's very professional. Yeah,
that's a good one, Stella.
That's terrible.
Gail, what are you teaching your daughters?
I can't say. I just cannot say what we've been teaching them.
Blame it on John. He can't defend himself.
That's right. That's right. Whatever it is, it came from the dad's side of the family, right?
Yeah.
Unless he says it came from my side. So you always have that. We're saying, oh, Iron, are you a low level of Asperger's or high? And low, it's not as bad to moderate. Gotcha. Take care, Plum Bob. Oh, like this stream twice. That's right. Because you came in on one phone and had to leave, and now you're back on the other phone. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Iron says she didn't even know she had it, talking about the Asperger's. And I work with people on the spectrum, LOL. But when my daughters were diagnosed, their doctor said I had it too. Interesting. You know, of course, I just read, I think yesterday, that girls have different symptoms than guys.
Right.
Shock.
Well, they actually thought I had a form of it, but it turned out I have multiple, I have social issues, but it's not Asperger's. Mine has to do with trauma and stuff that was long ago. But at one time they thought I did. Yeah. They put me through a lot of tests for that, but yeah. But I do have compassion for, I've got friends that have it, and I understand. Yeah.
Yeah, in my world, it's really more the norm for somebody to have Asperger's than it is for them not to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you with the other things. I've got PTSD, so
yeah,
one of those things you just, you know, just have to deal with it. It's not going to go away, but
yeah,
you can't be afraid of it either, I don't think.
yeah. Well, you know how people can be physically clumsy. I'm clumsy socially as far as, you know, relating to people. So they just tease me and say I was dropped on my head too many times. So you can just picture me, yeah. So Stella, if you don't understand me, it's because I was dropped on my head too many times.
Yeah. Stella's saying that she's looking at being tested to see if she's on the spectrum. Any advice? Go to educational testing. That's what I did, and they didn't diagnose me with Asperger's because they diagnosed me with everything else under the sun, ADD, ADHD. But very helpful, very, very helpful. And like with me, I have been terrible at math all of my life. I made like 24s, 26s, 20, 22, something like that on my ACT. You have all these scores. And I made a 9 in math. 9. So everybody, we just accepted that I was stupid in math and rolled on. And my mom was always on my back, that I wasn't working hard enough, or I wasn't trying, or I was playing with school and whatever. Come to find out, as an adult, when I finally got to go for the educational testing, they diagnosed me with dyscalculia, which is kind of like dyslexia, except it applies to math. And Stellar held my hand through the math classes and got me through it.
Okay.
Once that,
but it is good to do the, like you said, the educational side, because I found out I also have OCD, and then I also have, because of the OCD, I have like a nervous, well, not nervous, I have a tick. They used to call it nervous tick, but I have a tick. So basically, if you picture me, I'm like Howie Mandel. I had to do things over and over. When I was a kid, people used to make fun of me. I didn't know why I do it. Like I would do this tapping. I'd have to do it so many times in a certain pattern. And I was unconscious of doing it, and kids were just like, oh, she's a freak or whatever, you know. I was bullied all my life. But come to find out that I have OCD, I have the social, you know, what do you call it? Anxiety disorder. Yeah, I have all that. And so, but I got diagnosed, like you said, through the educational part. Yeah.
You can do that as an adult. And I didn't know that you could do that.
Well, she can't arrest
kids. And I like argued with the school system over everything the entire time my kids were in school. And
well, Candy helps with that kind of stuff. She interrupts when I'm doing those weird little patterns. She will take my hands and not hurt me, but hold my hands down. And then I get, oh, I need to stop doing it because I don't realize I'm doing it. Yeah.
That's good that she does that.
Yeah.
Because that kind of breaks that.
Yeah. Where did you get diagnosed at, Gail?
I went to the University of Tennessee in Knoxville.
Okay.
And they did this whole battery of tests, and you know, they picked up on several things, but I knew a bunch of the things, but I didn't know about the dyscalculia, and I was really glad to find that out because it explained not just that I was terrible at math, but when I do math problems, I approach them differently than what other people do. So it makes no sense when I explain it, okay? None at all, but it makes sense to me. And just regular like addition, subtraction, stuff like that, percentages and whatnot. I can do that just fine. But it's better if it's verbal. And what we really found out was with algebra, one of the things that was happening was my letters and numbers were getting reversed. So the way we dealt with that, part of the ways we dealt with that is the disabilities office in the college was able to work it out with my math professors that I could use colored pencils and special graph paper. And passed with a nice grade. So that plus Stellar holding my hand, because one of the things about dyscalculia is you can know the material and then 5 minutes later your brain can't access that material. But 30 minutes later in the same sitting, then all of a sudden you can remember it again. And so with me, one of the other things that they did was they took away the time pressure on my tests.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I got like time and a half to do the test. But the other thing that they did was they said that I could split it up and take the test over 2 days. So on like the really hard part of the math, I would go in and I would say, okay, I think I want to split this up, but I'm not sure. And so they would give me a page at a time. And so that helped because having the pressure off. So because you start to do the problems and then you freeze up and then you panic. Or you don't really freeze up. It's like you just can't figure out how to do it again, even though you're looking at it and you're going, wait a minute, I just did this same problem on problem number 1. Now I'm on problem 16. Why can't I get this one done if I did this one?
Yeah.
And then you kind of start to panic because you're running out of time. And so disability services is like the most helpful.
Yes, I agree. Yeah.
They were fabulous.
You know, I agree wholly with you. When I was in like 4th, 5th, and 6th grade, when they divided us in the reading group, I was always in the slow group. When I got to 7th grade, because I got C's and mostly D's in elementary, I thrived with A's and starting in 7th grade because they took away the time. So like the time test, I didn't have to worry about the time. they did me in small groups. So instead of a whole class of 30, there were 6 of us, and we were in like little private cubicles. What was the other thing they did? Sometimes they let me say the question out loud so I have, like if I read a recipe, I don't know, like if it says cut the recipe in half, I understand that, but to process it, I have to say it out loud, and then I say, oh yeah, okay, that means instead of a whole cup, I do a half a cup. When I knew it, but to hear it is different. So like you said, hearing it, yes.
I process much better if I hear something.
Yes, yes.
So, yeah.
But they said I was backwards, I was dumb, I was like, idiot. They had me signed up for 7th grade with all these remedial classes, and all these teachers said, she doesn't belong here. She needs to be in the advanced class. It's just that she needs to be doing it in a different way. And so through junior high and high school, I excelled. I ended up becoming, of all things, a teacher for 37 years. So,
and that's awesome. Now we homeschooled my younger daughter for a while and found out she had test anxiety disorder. And I lied to her about a test. Every year, even as a homeschool student, they, at least in North Carolina, way back when, you had to take the
my kids
did that achievement test.
Yes.
And she had test anxiety really badly when it came to taking this big test. So we had to give it to her. And then she would got all nervous, and I'm like, we got to come up with a way to get around it. So we just went with it the first year, and she still did fine. Like we were homeschooling during middle school, and she still got like 11th and 12th grade on everything. Right. And then the next year, I just lied to her. I'm like, here you go. This is your practice test. Go for it. And we're going to time it just as though it was a real thing. But it was the real test.
Yeah.
I lied to her. But there again, that year, it wasn't like pulling teeth to try to get her to do it. She sat down. She did it. She did fine. Now, she swears she didn't learn anything when she was being homeschooled.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes, you did. And she's like, no, I didn't. But you're a teacher. Now, you tell me, she was homeschooled 7th and 8th grade. Well, in high school, she went to regular high school, and she graduated like number 13 in her class.
Yeah.
So I keep telling her, if she truly had learned nothing when she was being homeschooled, she could never have gotten 13th in her class.
Right. My daughter's the same way. She graduated with honors. Yeah. I homeschooled her, but she went to college, and she did great. But you know what? My daughter had anxiety about the testing, and like the California test. But you know what? We did the Iowa basic test, which is a little bit. They had less of the time, so there was blocks of stuff you didn't have to do in a time manner. So and plus, when she got tested, she got to do it on a one-on-one instead of a whole classroom, because she's homeschooled. All of a sudden, she's going to school for that couple of days to do a test, and then she's like, there's 30 other kids in here, Mom. They're going to make fun of you. So, so I've been there, did that, yeah. My son, he did great. But my daughter, she had that anxiety stuff.
Yeah. And Stellar, she would go in, and she came within 100 points of maxing out the SAT. She just tests. She's so calm and tests so well. So I'm going to go back. I'm getting the dinner signal because I haven't eaten dinner yet. But thank you. I'm going to go back to the chat real quick, and then let's say I've got 8:42. Well, 8:43 now. Yeah. Let's just say 8:45. So we'll go to chat and kind of wrap it up after that, because you're like waving at me here.
Is Mel still in? Because I'd like to have him come on sometime. Yeah.
Let's go back in here. Let's see.
What about Mel?
Let's see. Let's see. Going back up here real quick. Some of the comments. Iron says, for myself, it's not important a diagnosis and it takes years. Better for someone who really needs those appointments. Amber's way out there. She says she definitely has traits and tendencies, but they didn't cause me any disability. In fact, I was a high achiever until the drunk took me out in the head-on collision.
Oh, wow.
Amber saying, right on, I don't let Asperger's bother me either.
Right.
PTSD and bipolar definitely make it way more difficult, says Iron.
Yeah.
Keller says, I'm not expecting testing and or a diagnosis to change much about my life, but it would explain it a lot. I think that's the way to look at it. Don't be afraid of it. It's just more information about who you are and what's going on. Iron says she excelled academically. So yay, Iron. I'm kind of jealous of anybody that excels academically. Going back to my math thing. Amber says it's hard for her to function sometimes. Talk it loud. Let's see. Whoa! I talk out loud. Humans are wired to learn from speaking, even if it's talking to yourself.
Yes.
But you know what they say about if you talk to yourself? You know what they say about that? You're always in good company if you're talking to So
well, I have to tell you a real quick story. My mom told me it was okay to talk to myself. I said, well, Mom, what if I answer myself? She said, well, that's okay too. I said, but Mom, sometimes I argue with myself. She said, well, I can't help you there then.
Now when you argue with yourself, that's a different level.
Yes. Candy understands.
Stellar, insurance picked up a bunch of mine. Just saying.
Okay.
Picked it out. She said she's not afraid of testing, but the bill. So insurance was good. Iron says she wouldn't have done well being homeschooled unless her parents were professors. I'm not a professor. I'm just really good at some things, but I couldn't have homeschooled at that grade were it not for my husband, because he had the degree and I didn't. But it's not too terrible when you're working through a computer program or a book. And like with math, we had my husband work with her on math. Unfortunately, that didn't go well. But we also did a computer program, and that didn't go well. So we also tried
online?
No.
Okay. Because there's online.
They had programs. I can't think of the name of it, where you write and you send it off, and there's a teacher that looks at it and she mails your
correspondence.
Yes, thank you. We did that. So we tried several things with her, because math, obviously not my area. And then there was a fabulous homeschool group. That's what
I guess I got a lot of my resources. I was not a good math, but I had a friend he was a math teacher before he started homeschool, so he helped my kids on the math area. But I excelled at writing, reading, and science and history. So I had and of course art. So I had the rest covered. But yeah,
good.
But yeah, I only had a simple high school. Actually, I had a GED. Because again, it was a high school thing. I didn't do good on the testing part, but I did good on and the school that I transferred, they didn't get me. So anyways, I took the GED and went in the Army, and the Army likes me.
Oh, wow. And then you became a teacher.
Yeah.
Oh, my stars, my stars.
Yeah, I went to, I took my training at Fort Jackson, South Carolina. Yep, and then I went to Fort Ord, California for my rest of my time. Yep.
And she did iron. She flat refused. But she had, the circumstances were different. We were homeschooling my younger daughter because, okay, I'm getting the way.
Well, I know, we're all the time.
But the younger daughter had some pretty major health issues. And so what had happened was she'd missed so much school that even though she was on AB honor roll, and even though they did this math thing throughout the county.
Mm-hmm.
She had the highest score in the county. She could have been an athlete, but she just missed so much school that they came to me at 6th grade and said, hey, we're going to have to apply for a waiver that she might not go to 7th grade. They couldn't guarantee it. That it wasn't her grade, it was the time she missed, which makes no sense to me, and it still doesn't make sense that if you've got a kid that can make that kind of grades,
right,
miss school a lot, then that's not one you need to hold back,
Yeah, for attendance reasons. Yeah.
But yeah, I was just like totally over the top furious about it. And so we made application to the state of North Carolina. I don't know if it's different now or not, but then at least you had to apply. So we made application and got approved. And so the principal came to me at the end of the school year and he's like, guess what? She gets to go to 7th grade. And I'm like, yeah, I already know that because here's my homeschooling paperwork that just came in. Then he looked and he said, oh, good, because they don't give these waivers in 7th and 8th grade because they're getting ready for high school. And I'm like, and we had every absence documented, always taking notes from the doctor's office. And because, you don't want to get in trouble because your child's truant, because it's not truancy. It's just things like being sick and having tests and, going in and having work done on your stomach and stuff like that. So with Stellar, she didn't want to be homeschooled. She said she refused, and that's pretty much the truth. But she was doing stuff with music. And at the time, the symphony really didn't have a way for homeschooling kids to really get involved with the symphony. And that's what we wanted to do. So, and she wasn't sick. So, but she did wind up going to play for the symphony, which was neat with her flute. And let's see, going back, Iron says, although her parents were smarter than her Canadian teacher, she quit school legally at 12. And said, I wish we'd stayed in Scotland. Excellent education there. Amber says, some days with my Asperger's, when I have a bad moment with my PTSD, it makes me want to hide and not come out.
Yeah.
PTSD will do that. And Iron says, wouldn't have had the libraries or resources if homeschooled at Stellar and no internet back then. Fortunately, with Stellar, we would have had all of that. And
I didn't.
Years and years ago, you wouldn't have.
Yeah, I did that 40 years ago. Yeah, 40 years ago, I had to do it all on my own.
Yeah, I couldn't have done it if it wasn't for everything and all, just the textbooks and stuff. We got to do some fun things, though, like in her history book. Of course, we were in kind of eastern North Carolina. And so in her history book, the section about Roanoke Island came up. So I talked to my husband, and I'm like, when are you off? And he's like, what do you have in mind? And I'm like, well, how about going to Roanoke Island because your daughter is studying that in history? So we were studying it, so we went to Roanoke Island. So I figure, why just read it in the book? Because I'm with some of the other folks who were saying, they need to hear it and whatnot. So I'm like, why read it in a book completely when you can go to Roanoke Island and see it and have the book and the field trip kind of back each other up and kind of dovetail. So stuff like that. And Iron Fire Horse is saying that by her, all the homeschooling groups are landowners and they don't like to mix. Okay. Yeah, being sick does change things. And so that's what happened with the two girls. Amber is telling Stellar that she loved going to school and she loved learning, and the brain is still wired like that. I love learning, which is awesome. And Byron's saying that's why I quit school, because I could get all my work done in a day. And I'm getting the dinner signal. Because I could get my work done in a day, that would take others 2 weeks. But if I took all that time off, I got failed because of my absences. I hear you. They didn't want me there being the class clown. You know, it just takes one to be interesting, for the class to be interesting.
I was class clown. I get it.
There you go. Yeah. I was too afraid to be the class clown, but the ones who were helped make the school day a little more interesting. I'd have gotten my tail beat when I got home if I had been the class clown.
Yeah.
The Iron says, me too, Amber. I could go to school every day. I owe over $50,000 in student loans. Yeah. And Iron says, glad they passed her. Me too. And then, fortunately, she was pretty much stabilized when she went to high school. So she was, except for one little blip when she was in the hospital in high school, she pretty much did okay. She'd get sick every now and then, but where we got so much stuff worked out when she was in middle school, and, you know, as you grow, your body matures, and so that was part of it. So thankfully. So, yeah. But the things we go through in life, you know, and then we make it, usually. But, yeah. Well, you all, it has been a blast. Laurel, thank you. Candy?
Yes, thank you for allowing us to be on, and I appreciate everybody that came on tonight. I really do.
I appreciate it, too. I was looking to see if I see Candy there in the background, but I don't see her.
She went to bed. It's her bedtime. She goes to bed between 8:45 and 9. But truly think about having several people. I would love to see Mel and Iron, and
I am always up for guests whenever anybody wants to come on.
So Iron, is Iron still on?
Iron,
yeah, I said maybe she needs to come on sometime.
Amber, we'd be glad to have you. Glad to have
Iron. Amber, Iron. I know Tanya left, but I'd like to see Tanya.
Mel, absolutely.
Yes.
That would be fun. I think I could have up to 6, but
yeah, you have to collaborate that sometime, Gail.
I love it. I think it's
I think I would like to sit down before the end of summer. If you could get that together, that would be nice.
That would be. We'll work on it.
Maybe we could do, like, towards the end of summer, like, do a luau on our live stream, and we can wear lace, and
that'd be good.
Kind of be like, hey, Gail, be like
my hat on.
Yeah, like Jimmy Buffett.
Right here the whole time.
Yeah, but I said we can do like Jimmy Buffett and have a luau online.
There you go.
Yeah, so seriously see about getting people together to do that. Yeah, that would be fun.
I'll talk in the group to see if anybody ever wants to come.
Yeah.
No. I know Amber
would do a luau.
would be awesome. So yeah.
I'll do a couple of giveaways of my coasters and then my handmade waffle dishcloth.
Amber, we love you too.
Yeah.
So
yes, John, I love you guys. But anyways, like I'm saying, I will do a giveaway with that luau. Yeah, I'll do coasters and I'll do my handmade. They're crocheted. They look like a waffle washcloth.
Oh,
I can do the washcloths and the hand painted coasters.
That sounds cool. Those would be good giveaways.
Yes, and then whoever participates in the on the online would automatically get one of each. So if you get 6 people, each person would get a washcloth and a hand painted toaster from me.
Okay.
So we got what? This is what I'm trying to think. And we got about a month and a half or so.
Last Saturday.
So see what you can work out on that, Gail. I really would like to do that.
I'll just post in the group to see if anybody would like to.
Yes.
Mel and I talked about it one time, and then life just got in the way. Iron says, Canadian teachers were mostly lame. A couple of good ones that made advanced curriculum for me, but that's too work for most teachers. Yeah, I get that. She says they're in teaching for the lifestyle, often actually not actually to teach. I agree with that.
Thanks, Joe. I appreciate that.
Good to see you in the stream. I'm getting dinner signals, so I have to split. Me too. Me too.
All right.
Thank you all, everybody, for coming out. Thank you, Candytheweeservice dog, for being.
Yes, thank you, Gail.
And you guys, I will see you. I've got some videos this week, but of course, I will see you Saturday at 7. If people think you guys can be here because it's the 4th of July. So I'll be online. So we'll see who else is, but hopefully.
Yes, I will. I will be online, Jim.
There we go.
All right.
All right, y'all.
Everybody, be safe.
Always hashtag be bodacious. Don't let life get in the way of living, okay? And we will see you all on Saturday. So bye.
All right. Bye.
Bye.